Said, yeah, I'm leaving, going to a football club. We got the women who, a few of them were like, Mike, are you really leaving? Jesse, vice captain, messaged me. What's going on here?
A lot of people might have seen the video already. 12-2. Yeah, a hard game. We could have been more prepared.
Rafa said, I think I kicked him. We saw the video on Monday, and he was absolutely buzzing.
Enrique went off injured. So
He could not stand up, and he's like, no, I can carry on. I can carry on.
You've kind of shown them how nice we can be. Next time we need to show them a little bit more bite.
On this.
Do you look really fat? Do you look really fat? Let me zoom in a minute and let me just see.
Mr.
That's good sponsorage right there. That is, yeah, that is.
Are you going to be
Breathing in for like 45
large
minutes.
sponsor?
All right.
Mate, we should be they should be paying extra money for
Why
that
am I in the
shirt
middle? You sit in the
space.
middle.
Oh, okay.
Little
Thought
man
you
in the
might
middle.
be the main attraction after
No
I said
way.
you,
I am
As
not
you're
the main
leaving, aren't
attraction.
you? So,
I am leaving. I am leaving.
Political bit, yeah.
Javi making himself at home. Love that. Right, so, what episode are we on?
This will be 7.
7. Is it really episode 7?
No.
I think so.
I think last week was 6.
Was it?
Or the week before, yeah.
Jeez, that is...
I've had a proper
We had a week break, didn't we?
we did have a week break. So, podcast 7. In a new setting, in the hall. Hopefully it comes up all right.
Yeah, we had some constructive criticism.
We had some
from,
constructive criticism.
For who?
Pod.
Yep, our friends at East Riding, although they're trying to drag us down. Quote, if we're going down, you're going down with us. So, fight and talk. And
Down where?
and then the absolute banter is that on April Fool's, Dave, just saying, you was absolutely, well, how can you say it? Let's just say we got him.
Hook, line,
And it was even recorded on, so the live, and Danny, the reaction was brilliant. Love the thumbs up. Just beautiful. Almost as bad as Azza's reaction, who messaged me. Yeah, messaged me saying, what's going on there, Mike? Said, yeah, I'm leaving, going to a football club. And then he slides into Ollie Dukes' DMs.
You said me and Ollie were going to take charge. He didn't even message me.
I know it's wrong, innit?
He doesn't know the hierarchy around it just
Sometimes
yet, so.
you just got to make moves, mate.
It's wrong, innit? Mate, it's wrong. So we are in our new venue. We've got a few April Fool's bites. We've got the women who, a few of them were like, Mike, are you really leaving? Jesse, vice captain, messaged me. What's going on here? So there's a few others as well.
Screenshots to put in.
Oh, yes, lovely.
Edit.
Yeah, no, lovely. So, yeah, in fact, I could do that if well, actually, it'd be Henry doing the edit, hopefully. So, we'll see.
If he doesn't flake.
So, welcome to all the new subscribers. Subscriber count went from 59 to, what are we like now? Like 500 more?
Like 6 million, I think.
That's got nothing to do with LDN and Jamie. Nothing.
Still
Our content went viral
And the
just
lack of
because, you know,
Just the quality sound, right?
just the quality, yeah. We're just quality
We're
YouTubing.
worried about these microphones because now you can hear us, you might actually be put off.
Yeah,
That's the only
we've got new microphones. Somebody was complaining about the tech, so we've invested a little bit. We've got a new
careful what
camera.
you say.
Well, I say new to us camera. Big up Ollie for lending us that.
Not this one.
Not this Ollie.
He's not that rich.
Different Ollie. So, shall we? Just welcome to everybody who's new to the pod. This is, you either love it or you hate it. Should we talk about LDN game then?
Yeah, I mean, we briefly. It was quite brief in fairness, wasn't it? The last podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people might have seen the video already. 12-2.
Yeah.
It was a hard game. We got into reasons as to we could have been more prepared for a lot of reasons and people were unavailable. But a lot of credit to LDN as well.
Yeah.
We tried fly at the end, and it was funny looking back at their video, seeing that last goal. I forgot about the one that
Hit in the back, yeah. And actually, that's why we're talking about it again, just because the video has come out. And I would say, I don't know what you two think over there, but I think their production and what they do is brilliant. You can't argue that. My daughter's watching these videos after saying how amazing is this. So if there's anything to say, it's that is a model that clearly works. It looked good on our court. I thought the product looked good. I thought what we were giving and presenting was okay. It was a shame that wasn't any goal music, but copyright and all that. I suppose. It was a shame.
It was good to see the fans on one side.
Yeah.
If it was on the other side, I know you would have seen us, but it's good to see people
Actually
actually
people
coming
on there.
down to watch it.
We had a great turnout.
What was it, 60, 70?
I think we had
Those
nearly
people still
50.
in there.
I think we nearly had 50, yeah, because there were people there, people up in the windows, and I think there was about 50.
It was good.
So, and we didn't advertise it at all, really. We didn't do anything other
And
than
we
our
didn't
normal
charge.
posts. Yeah, didn't charge, unlike some people.
No, for next time.
We'll charge next time. So just briefly touching on that, credit to what LDN are doing. I think they're great for futsal in this country because they're bringing awareness to the sport and they're doing it in a good way. We got on well with them. I know they've had some difficulties with other teams, but actually from our perspective, it was a good game. Now we've kind of shown them how nice we can be. Next time we need to show them a little bit more bite because we've got a semi-final to go.
No, they need to see the bad cop.
It was
Unleash Reese.
Yeah, unleash Reese.
Reese messaged me saying, they wouldn't have been saying we were nice if he was down there. He's the timekeeper, by the way, lads, so watch out for him. We'll let him loose out of his cage, won't we, when he gets to there.
He's been going to the gym as well, hasn't he?
Oh,
yeah, he's stacked.
Yeah.
He's stacked now, yeah, he is.
Massive.
Likes to show off his muscles, doesn't he?
Just to say, at the start of the video, you would have seen a kid try and injure him. That was this particular man's son.
Yeah.
Secret agent.
Secret agent Rafa, yeah. So he was buzzing for the. He's been asking him about this game for like months and months. You're going to play them. You're going to play them. Yes, we are at some point, and yeah, it was there. To be fair, they were really nice to the kids. A few of my Dexter's football kids were here, and they were good to them. I didn't realize they were playing. I don't know. I think they were doing some nutmeg challenge, and I think Rafa said, I think I kicked him. When I saw the video, we were on holiday this week. We saw the video on Monday, and he was absolutely buzzing. I said to him, okay, now could I kick him a bit harder so he don't play?
Afterwards, he asked for a photo as well. He had a photo of him afterwards.
He did.
But I'll tell you who was great off camera. I know he's good on camera as well, but TK, their captain, he was brilliant with the kids. There was a mother that came down with her son, one of the mascots, and she said, we've missed our normal Sunday game, so we want to see you. And he was really great. He was like, nice, thank you. Do you watch all the videos? Everything. Took a lot of time. So they've just done a long trip, bearing in mind, all that content, long trip. They come down there, just gone to the change room. They have so much time for all these people that take the time to watch their videos.
Yeah, and they capped the crowd. Most of our lads walked off, but they capped the crowd at the end of the game and those sort of things. So it's just, those different aspects which are important. But we won't go over it a lot because we've already kind of talked about the game and everything before. But just now the video's been released, I was really impressed with how the spectacle looked on camera. I thought, we didn't get the result, but actually it looked good. It was a good advert for the game. And that's really where we're all at, is we need to be just pushing the sport forward, in my opinion, doing the best that you can to get kind of the message out there and what we're all about. So, but then we went to Sussex. Well, I say we went to Sussex. A few went to Sussex.
We hobbled to Sussex.
We hobbled, we limped, we crawled. Yeah. Although, to be fair, the journey back wasn't too bad because we stopped at the pub and it was probably the highlight of the day.
Oh, shut up. We'll get into why I'm annoyed about that.
Yeah. All right. So, just because we are short on time, we're going to whiz over this. But so the squad that was going out there, how many was it? I think we were going with 12, 11.
You could count
12,
your
11.
fingers.
Two goalies, yeah. And I think it's fair to say that the team we were taking, a lot of the players hadn't played many minutes this season, so it was opportunities for them to kind of show what they're about, really, wasn't it? It was that time where I think we had 14 players unavailable or something silly. So we took a team. When we get there, we were then told, 3 of the players couldn't make it for various reasons. So then you lose 3 of the players that were going to be there. And we had to make do. And we had, a squad of 9 in the end or something like that.
Me and Enrique had to take outfield shirts as well.
We did. We had the goalkeepers with outfield shirts just in case.
GK Union and full force.
Exactly.
Got to be done.
Yeah. So we play the game. Let's be fair.
Five
They had
of
the
us
ball.
injuries, carrying injuries.
Because Reese's ankle was like this.
I can't believe he played.
Yeah. David's quad was gone. I think Jose was one of the only players that wasn't injured.
You're nearly 50.
Then he got it.
I'm nearly 50 and my hip's gone.
So.
So anyway, the game's going. I think we conceded the first goal with probably...
Must have been 5, 6.
5 minutes before half time.
No, because Enrique was still in goal.
Yeah, so we conceded the one back post first, which,
Must have been 8 minutes in maybe.
Yeah, and then we kept it to 1-0 until literally 19 minutes played, and then they scored 2 within a minute just before half time. So we went in 3-0.
Well, Enrique went off and I went in.
Oh yeah, and Enrique went off injured, so he ended up in hospital. Yeah, he was there. He did play.
Long, good 25 seconds,
call
was
it
it?
playing.
Appeal.
We'll get to you. We'll get to you in a minute. We'll get to you.
The great cameo.
So, so that was 3-0 half time. We kind of just wanted to. So our game plan was, because we knew we were really short, we were just staying tight. We were letting them have the ball. They were bringing their goalkeeper out all the time.
Big court as well, wasn't it?
It was a huge court, yeah. So we were just, our game plan was sit tight, try and get a tackle in and have a quick shot. And when we did have the ball, we were trying to feed the pivot, break with one or two, but not overload it, not overcommit, and just keep as tight as we can and just try and get those cheeky little goals here and there. So that was the game plan. It went pretty well. I think we could have probably had one or two, if a couple of the shots in the first half. The long range ones were on target, because I think the goalkeeper was out of his goal a couple of times, but they missed, and they deserved their 3-0. They kept the ball, and we weren't really giving them much trouble.
After 90 minutes was one, they were going to that half time. There's still a good chance we could lose, whatever, but it's just, that was so annoying.
It was a killer just before. You worked so hard.
Not just one, it was two, and it's like 3-0 instead of 1-0.
Yeah.
Both teams supposed to be 2, because they might have come at us more. Yeah. That could go in either way, right? They're going at us more. They could really get a few early goals second half, or they're going at us more, especially with their fly keeper. They're really opening themselves up. At 3-0, you can talk about controlling it, can't you?
Yeah.
One of their players was at, we believe, Parma. We don't know Thursday, whatever, but he was at Parma, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And I think it was his first game, wasn't it, for him or something? So he was a good player. And, going in 3-0, I played the full 20 the first half. But you're not
That's how short we were.
Yeah, that's how short we were. I shouldn't even be on the court, let alone playing the full 20. So I'm only able to give like 70%, because I just know that you've got to put in the minutes, haven't you? So then we come out in the second half. The game plan's the same, and I would say it stayed the same until 10 minutes before. So after 30 minutes, and that's when the floodgate opens.
It's still 3-0 after 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I know we started making more changes. I think obviously I played. Jose got injured. I'd been on the court for the whole time, so 30 minutes. I played the whole game. And I think just towards the end, we were just broken down, and then those silly mistakes were coming in. Those back posts that we were too far away. Although in saying that, I remember in 39 minutes gone, I'm still bombing it up the left wing.
We probably should have scored one. I wouldn't say Jack missed one-on-one. Their keeper, he got on target. Their keeper saved Jack's one-on-one. Yeah. We probably should have got a difference.
Well, I think we could have got 2 or 3, but when we had the overload situations, we were breaking. We just didn't do anything with it. We missed a lot of our chances.
We just didn't have the legs, though, did we?
Yeah, we didn't have the depth. Yeah, we were there to try and frustrate them, trying to kind of get those goals, which we could then sit behind and just defend. We were still trying to push on and trying to get out, but we were just knackered. We just didn't have the depth in the team, and we were playing a good side, probably one of the better sides in our league.
So they want to go up, don't they?
Yeah.
They were an LDN.
Yeah.
With in the first half, Enrique got the ball to the face. He forgot that he could use his hands, so I had to go in, but he
had a serious concussion.
You had to literally stop him to go off, because he was like, "Why are you taking me off?"
And he stands up and he starts falling backwards and falling over.
He literally could not stand up, and he's like, "No, I can carry on. I can carry on."
He's like coming out of his nose and everything. Albeit an hour later, he's actually vomited. Yeah. And long story short, we had to take him to A&E.
We did.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah. Well,
and you were there till what time?
So it was about 11:30. I reckon he got discharged. But so we end up seeing, I get it, it might be 6 hours wait, whatever. He gets to 11, he's like, all right, it's all this. He's okay, he'd go back. Then we just get the discharge papers, we go back. All right, cool. It's about half an hour gone. I'm not a pleasant man to be around right now. So because I'm hungry, I'm like, we can finally go. We've still got 3 hours, still got 3 hour drive to do. I'm happy being there with him. 3 hour drive. You have sent me a picture of you having a beer and a burger.
Oh, that was like a gorgeous burger.
Oh, it was so good as well, wasn't it? So good.
You know, like a rock ride. I called this wrong when I texted you this. You found it funny, but I couldn't tell as well. Like a rock ride in the cage, you keep kicking it. That was me. So like by the time I end up getting a reception, like, I'm not being funny, like what's going on? And I told him earlier I work for the NHS, so it's not a great look that I'm not being patient when I should know. I know, but I'm like, we still got another 3-hour drive to come. He said he's all good to go. He comes back. I said he better come back with a Bible of like how to stop, like someone who looks like a concussion on the way back in the car. He came out with 2 papers. And I was like, just take it, we're going. We were saying we're going to go to the subway, that was closed.
Yeah.
I said, just get into the car. Jordan and Enrique were like, just give him a minute.
You've got to remember, the club looked after you though. We paid for your food.
Yeah, he gave us a tenner for Macca's.
Tenner, it was a bit more than that.
How much was it?
I think we paid about 45 quid, wasn't it? 45
all
quid.
expenses paid.
Yeah, because you didn't just get a meal, you got a meal, you got extras, you got 20 chicken nuggets.
Should have stayed over in the Premier League or something.
Yeah.
Mate, we could have stayed at McDonald's. It still was a 50-minute wait for that, and I was standing there, like, I was getting really edgy like that. But I appreciate it because you covered. Yeah, because I remember sending you send it to you. I just didn't even think. I was like, I'll send you the receipt so you can you refund it. So I appreciate you. Like, I'm really thankful the club paid for it. Then you went, how have you got all that? I looked at it again. I look at Enrique. There was 2 times 20 nuggets. There was 40 nuggets. I like, who else has got it? Enrique was laughing at me. I went, you got a burger as well? I know.
3 of them and nearly 50 quid.
This is at midnight in sodding esports.
You've done well.
So I was off for a week on annual leave. I'd get back into work with 4 hours sleep after a week off.
Nice and rested,
It's all right. Look, you've done well. You spent nearly 50 quid for 3 of you, which in Mackey's is good going. It was.
It's about the memories of football.
It's a memories, right? and you know what? Look, with all of that said, it was good fun. You look back, it's a story. The game didn't go how we want, but we will hope that this weekend is an improvement on it. So, should we talk about this weekend?
Yeah, well, it's slightly better numbers. Even for if we had these numbers for a home game, you couldn't be too disappointed. No, better in a way.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of lads looking to probably make their debut at the weekend. We made about 6 new signings, which
had to be done. We needed to sign a few more of the lads. Just to see us through to the end of the season. We've picked up injuries, people have got commitments, work, exams, those sort of things. So prepare for next season as well.
Yeah, and also heading into what will be our second season next year. So we needed to do something. We needed to add just a little bit more depth, and so a couple of lads hopefully will make their debut this weekend. One new to futsal, one not new to futsal, one who knows the game, so we'll see how it goes. We are not at our strongest. I don't think we will be at our strongest in any game.
Again.
Yeah, we've got 3 goalkeepers going. I don't think we will be at our strongest for the rest of this season. I think just purely because of the commitments that people have got and the injuries and stuff. But with that said, I think next year we'll be coming back much stronger. So this year now, it's about going into these games, trying to learn as much as we can. People getting the minutes, trying new things. We're not gonna get promoted. We are where we are, and now we can kind of try some different stuff.
We still have something to go for though, apart from the promotion.
We've still got the cup to go for.
Got the cup.
So these games really are prepped for a semi-final.
Off the tracks.
Thing is, we had 2 home games against teams that were in 3.2 with us, and we got 4 points out of them. Maybe we should have been 6, and I knew that was going to be a false sense of how this league was going to go. You look at the 3 teams that are really going for it; they were all in the same qualifying, let alone like the league we're in now. They are proper strong outfits. They all one of them, Esti Hernandez, if that's how you say it. Were in Tier 2 last year. Sussex wanted to go into Tier 2, and LDN, they want to get into Tier 1 at some point, let's be real.
Yeah, well, they'll go up. And, I think, I spoke to Danny this week about, the league format and my views on that. And I personally am of the opinion that we should stay as kind of the 3.1 type teams for next year. Because for us, we want to be playing the best teams. Right? If we're going to improve, we need to be playing the best teams. That's just how it is. And we're not going to be able to push ourselves as much as we want to if the league remains similar next year. And I know other teams will develop and they'll improve and they'll get new players in. I get all of that. But, we've seen what we can play against. We know where our shortfalls are. But we also know that on our day with a full team, we could probably match these teams. We know that, so now we need to build in our consistency, getting our players coming every week, building the strongest team that we can possibly filled. And ideally, we also want to have a development team. We've got enough players to be able to put a development team in the league.
Close, wasn't it?
Well, we nearly did, yeah, we nearly did. But looking forward to next season, we're probably not going to be able to do that now because of the format of the league, unless the development team takes its own standalone affiliation, has its own officials and all those sort of stuff. Although I think we can do dual officials.
Work things out where you do like a first and a twos. You have like an extra long booking for the hall. You have a twos game and then you have a ones game.
Yeah, and I think
with other teams that have development or
we could look at friendlies for a development team and all of that stuff, and we probably will have to take that route. But ideally, I want us to have 2 teams in the league, and if we were to change the structure slightly, can
that be done?
Tier
2
3,
teams in the same league?
No, so it would have to be separate affiliation. So you can't have, our development team with the same structure. Yeah, it needs to be a standalone club. You can have the same officials, I believe, but you can't have. You couldn't change players between them like you could if it was a first and a development team. You can't do that. So, we'll make it work however it needs to work for us. We need to make a decision on whether or not we want 2 teams. But all of that is secondary to this weekend.
They wouldn't have to be in the league. They could be expedition matches. I know that's not ideal, but considering it's development, you're not aiming for them to be playing the top teams that wouldn't play in 3.1.
No. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But going back to this weekend, we're taking hopefully a fairly good squad. We've got a bit more depth this week. It's not our strongest. It's not the same as our weakest team. So, I think we're going hoping to be able to put in a bit more of a fight this time against a good team. They've won, 3 out of their 4 games.
London International we're playing this weekend.
Yeah. So, I think it's we need to turn up. We need to go there. It's going to be on a similar court to this, so it should be something that we're fairly used to. I think it's slightly narrower.
It's got dog prints on as well. They let a dog walk on it and they've not cleaned it up.
It's got a dog print. Yeah.
They won 15-0 one of the games, didn't they?
Yeah.
What's that versus Bristol?
I think it was Bristol, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. But Bristol, I don't know what team they had. They could have had. The teams could have been. Their team changes week to week depending on what players they had, and so I don't know what team they had. But I know Ewan, when I spoke to him at the time, he said that they were bloody good. And he said that they were quick, they were fast, they were nimble. They haven't played at that pace for a long time. So
then they narrowly beat North London Hawks 5-4 when we beat them. Appreciate the dynamics when North London Hawks were at home when they beat them, and they lost that, and we probably might have been weaker coming there, but we beat them.
Yeah.
So you just don't know until the day. Really, do you?
You don't know. You don't know what they're going to bring, and you don't know what they're going to have, and they don't know what we're going to have. You have to take each game as it comes. We're going to have our game plan. We know what we're going to do. I already know how we're going to play, so it's just us going and doing it, and learning and developing, as I kind of touched on earlier, trying new things, which is what we're going to do on Sunday. We're preparing for the semi-final, and we're starting to prepare for next season now. Because there's nothing else to play for. We want to get as high as we can in the league, of course we do, but we now really thinking about semi-final next season. That's kind of where our head's at. So that'll be London International. We'll see what happens. I'm confident going into it. I'm always confident. Even with Sussex, you always hope for the best. You always think, actually, if we turn up and we get a bit of luck on our side, you never know what's going to happen, do you?
There's also that thing
always go to win.
We've got better training numbers tonight, and we've got better numbers for the squad Sunday. Albeit, as people going to be new and the futsal, get it, but it's just a step in the right direction for us. We're really fresh. Yeah. We were struggling, weren't we? Let's be real.
We were, absolutely. Let's see what happens. You can only, when you've hit your bottom, you can only go up from there, can't you? So let's see where we end up. We've had a few players leave and some new ones join. See what happens. So that's it for pod number.
Before we go, can we talk about your cameo appearance at Sussex?
Cameo appearance. What happened when you come on, Dukesy?
Couldn't see shit. Got the ball, passed it straight to them. I think they
Did you give me contact
straight away? No.
How many did they score when you come on?
2. Only two.
You were chasing the quickest player in the league, probably, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm this nimble lad. He went left and right. And behind me, I was
snap your legs.
I kept going left shoulder, right shoulder.
If I was closer to him, I would have taken him out because I couldn't chase that.
If you got closer to him, yeah.
I was nowhere near him, and it was a bit of a baptism of fire. I mean, I hadn't played since probably maybe like one of the Bristol games.
That was probably the start of the season as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was playing with a sore hamstring as well.
All
coming
this
on
is
to a
coming
cold.
out, isn't it? Yeah.
Couldn't see.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Only had 30 minutes.
I put a very short shift in, but I did it for the team.
The crowd clapped you off when you went off, didn't you?
I think everyone thought.
About 3 people.
That's
Fair play, mate. Fair play.
Well, what time are we on?
We're going to do some.
20 past.
We might do some challenges.
We're going to probably do something in a second. So
we can get the boys involved.
Yeah, they keep waving through.
Yeah, we got some fans. It's our new fans.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you can't hear what he's saying, but.
So let's do some challenges. So that's the end of our kind of boring discussion. What shall we? Let's get. I'm going to make it up now. Come on, let's clear the decks. Clear the decks.
Right.
Cut.
Subscribe.
Cut.